253 species in genus Cuphea. May 8th. Cuphea, the firecracker plant, defines May 8th. Cuphea represents excitement and spontaneity. You have a playful and adventurous nature, always seeking new experiences. Like its fiery blooms, you light up the lives of those around you. FAQs about Cuphea, a comprehensive guide. I've always been fascinated by Cuphea, a genus of flowering plants known for their vibrant blooms and hummingbird appeal. If you're considering adding Cuphea to your garden or just curious about this plant, you might have some common questions. Here's a detailed FAQ about Cuphea that covers everything from its care to its compatibility with wildlife. What is Cuphea? Cuphea is a diverse genus of plants native to the Americas, belong to the Lythraceae family. Known for their striking flowers, which can be red, orange, yellow, or purple, Cuphea plants are often used in gardens and containers to attract pollinators. Their blooms resemble small, tubular structures that can vary significantly in shape and color, making them a colorful addition to any landscape. See full list at monsteraholic.com. Is Cuphea perennial? Cuphea's classification as a perennial or annual depends on the species and your climate. In general, many Cuphea species are grown as annuals in cooler climates because they can't survive frost. However, in warmer regions, especially USDA zones 8 through 11, Cuphea can behave as a perennial. They return year after year in these more temperate areas, offering their vibrant blooms season after season. How big does Cuphea grow? Cuphea plants vary widely in size depending on the species. Some are compact and stay around 12 to 18 inches tall, making them perfect for container gardening or as border plants. Others can reach up to 3 feet in height. Always check the specific variety you're interested in to get a sense of its growth potential. How to care for Cuphea. Caring for Cuphea is relatively straightforward, and it thrives with a few key practices. Sunlight. Cuphea plants love full sun. They need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day to thrive. Watering. They prefer well-drained soil and should be watered regularly, but not overly so. Allow the top inch of soil to dry out between waterings. Soil. A well-draining soil mix is essential. Cuphea can tolerate a range of soil types, but prefers slightly acidic to neutral pH. Fertilizing. Feed Cuphea with a balanced fertilizer once a month during the growing season to encourage lush growth and abundant blooms. How to propagate Cuphea. Propagating Cuphea is usually done through cuttings. Here's a simple method. Take cuttings. In spring or early summer, take 4 to 6 inch cuttings from a healthy Cuphea plant. Prepare cuttings. Remove the lower leaves and dip the cut end in rooting hormone. Plant cuttings. Place the cuttings in a pot with a mix of perlite and peat moss. Maintain moisture. Keep the cuttings in a warm, bright spot, but out of direct sunlight. Water regularly to keep the soil moist but not soggy. Transplant. Once roots develop, usually in 4 to 6 weeks, transplant the new plants into larger pots or into the garden. How to prune Cuphea. Pruning Cuphea helps maintain its shape and promotes new growth. Here's how to do it. Timing. Prune in late winter or early spring before new growth starts. Method. Remove any dead or damaged stems first. Then, trim back the plant by about 1/3 to encourage a fuller shape. Pinching. Regular pinching of the tips can also promote a bushier plant and more blooms. Do deer eat Cuphea? Cuphea is generally not a favorite among deer. Its strong fragrance and tubular flowers make it less appealing to these animals. However, in times of extreme hunger, deer might nibble on it. So some protection or deterrence could be necessary in deer-prone areas. Do hummingbirds like Cuphea? Absolutely. Cuphea is renowned for attracting hummingbirds. The tubular flowers are a perfect fit for their long bills, and the bright colors lure them in. If you want to create a hummingbird-friendly garden, Cuphea is an excellent choice. Is Cuphea poisonous to dogs? No, Cuphea is not known to be toxic to dogs. While it's always best to monitor pets around plants, Cuphea doesn't typically pose a risk to dogs if ingested in small amounts. Is Cuphea poisonous to cats? Similarly, Cuphea is not considered poisonous to cats. However, ingestion of any plant material can sometimes cause mild gastrointestinal upset. It's best to keep an eye on your pets and consult a veterinarian if you notice any unusual behavior. Cuphea versus Mexican heather. Cuphea and Mexican heather, Cuphea hyssophifolia, are often confused due to their similar names and appearance. While both are popular garden plants, there are key differences. Appearance. Mexican heather tends to be more compact with smaller, darker green leaves and smaller flowers compared to the more varied Cuphea species. Growth habit. Mexican heather generally grows in a denser, more uniform manner, while Cuphea can vary greatly in size and form. Flowers. Mexican heather flowers are usually smaller and come in purple or white, whereas Cuphea flowers can be more diverse in color and shape. Common problems and solutions. Powdery mildew. This fungal issue can be managed by ensuring good air circulation and avoiding overhead watering. Pests. Aphids and spider mites can be controlled with insecticidal soap or neem oil. What to plant with Cuphea? Pair Cuphea with plants that complement its needs and visual appeal. Consider salvia. Both plants attract hummingbirds and have similar sunlight and water requirements. Petunias. Their vibrant colors and trailing habit can pair well with Cuphea's upright growth. Cuphea is a dynamic plant with lots to offer in terms of beauty and ecological benefits. Whether you're enhancing a garden for wildlife or adding a splash of color to your space, Cuphea is a great choice to consider.